Magandang umaga! Gising na mga kapatid. I hope you're staying safe, sanitized, and healthy, keeping social distancing. Today I want to talk about our worth. Where do you get your self-worth? Where do you get your value? Who tells you what you're worth? Let's turn our Bibles to Philippians chapter 1. In Philippians chapter 1, Paul, speaking to the disciples in the church of Philippi, says this, starting in verse 27. Whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. Then whether I come and see you or only hear about you in my absence, I will know that you stand firm in one spirit, contending as one man for the faith of the gospel. Paul commands the disciples of the church of Philippi to conduct themselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. What is your self-worth? Anything is worth what people are willing to pay for it. If I were to try and sell you these jeans, and I said, hey, you can buy these from me, you just got to pay me 50,000 pesos. I hope no one would pay me that much for a pair of jeans. Why? Because they're not worth that, because no one's willing to pay that. It's the same for you. You are worth what someone is willing to pay for. And God was willing to pay for you through sending His Son to die on the cross. That's your worth. And so Paul, speaking to the disciples, says, whatever happens, be it good times, bad times, coronavirus, Spanish flu, the Black Plague, whatever happens, you get a promotion, you get fired. In all circumstances, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You see, the gospel is something that is of great value. And you are a part of that, which means that your actions need to speak for your convictions. The people around you, what do they say about you? What do your friends say about you? Is your relationship with God the most evident thing about you? You see, when somebody conducts themselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Jesus Christ, then their life will speak louder than their words. One of my favorite examples when it pertains to this is samurai. Samurai, the Chinese kanji for the word samurai, literally means servant. And their original position was to protect and serve a family of royalty. They carry with them a sword known as a katana. Probably the most famous thing known about samurai is their sword, because a samurai is their sword. The katana is oftentimes called the samurai because there's a oneness that they share with their sword. Likewise, as disciples, there's a oneness that we share with the Word of God that we are equipped to yield. But a samurai is not just a servant from 9 to 5. Samurai is not a position, it's a mentality. A samurai would be the family head. A samurai was a leader in every aspect of their life. Everything they were involved in and everything they touched, they were a leader. And samurai lived by a code called Bushido. Bushido literally means Bushi, which means warrior, and Do, the way. Bushido is the way of the warrior. And so the concept of harakiri or seppuku is that a samurai would rather die than to abandon the Bushido in their lives. And so the concept of them killing themselves if they were going to face defeat was that they would have victory even in the midst of defeat. That though they may have lost the battle, they did not sacrifice Bushido. They did not sacrifice their convictions for who they are. Likewise, Paul says, do not sacrifice your convictions, but always conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so though the samurai in itself doesn't come from Christian values or a Christian culture, it is a spirit to be imitated. It is an example for us to imitate. that they likewise believe that no matter what happens, I need to conduct myself in a manner that is worthy of the code of Bushido. My challenge for you is that during this quarantine, conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. That your actions speak louder than your words. That as your family sees you and they're around you, that your Christianity will be more evident than it ever has been before, and that through your example of serving and pouring yourself out, they will see the Christianity inside of you. And so during this time, conduct yourself in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ. That's your value, is that you have been set apart to be like Jesus. And that is the dose. We're going to get into the Word of God, and that is Sarap Especial Araw-Araw. No, how do kids learn how to walk? They just do it. Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the Daily Dose. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I want to ask you a favor. If you're interested at all in a personal Bible study, message me. If you want to come to a virtual Bible discussion, I can help you find one in an area near you. If you have any prayer requests, please message me. If you're interested in any of those things, I would love to help you strengthen your relationship with God.